How to read your credit report, improve your credit score faster. Yeah, we're gonna dive into this video today to show you step by step how to achieve just that. So let's get straight into it. Why understanding your credit report is so important. Your credit report is your financial reputation, and it can save or cost you thousands of dollars. It determines whether you get approved for loans, mortgages, credit cards, or even an apartment, but most people never read it or don't understand what they're saying, right? If you are one of them, this is your day to solve that issue. So when you understand your credit report, you gain the power to fix errors, improve your credit score, and qualify for better interest rate. In this video, I will show you how to read and analyze your credit report like a pro so you can take control of your financial future. Let's get started. So first of all, I want you to download a copy of your credit report. You can use Identity IQ. They have $1 for a 7-day trial. This is the link. Same thing for my Score IQ. It's my smart credit report. That's the link as well. You can also get your credit report from many of the other sources like annual credit report, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and etc. For this video, we will download from Identity IQ. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to use Identity IQ to download the report. So I invite you to go to watch my video on how to download your Identity IQ report, and this is the link to that video. I will add, I will add this on the comment section of this video so you can just click and watch it. So consumer laws. So you need to know your your rights, the consumer law that protects you before you actually go and open and try to understand your credit report. Otherwise, you will not know where are the violations and all that. So the complaints and the CIA reporting system review. For first, the consumer protection laws, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA. The credit reporting compliance, the metro tool. The format is the format how the information that furnisher provide to the credit reporting agency are supposed to follow when they report information on a credit report, right? The credit bureau dispute system. YOSCA is an automated dispute verification algorithm used to credit reporting agencies. Used by credit reporting agencies. Also good to know the Cornell Law. What is the Cornell Law? It provides free. It's a law school, legal information institute, right? It provides free public access to U.S. laws and regulations, including the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FDCPA, the U.S. Code, the Supreme Court decisions, the federal regulations. It's it is commonly used to look up the actual wording of federal law. So let's come back to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. These are the most common one that you're gonna use to leverage your dispute. So the US the 15 USC 1681 is one of the most common in all these ones. So the purpose of this is to regulate credit reporting agency like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Key section for dispute. The 1681I is the right to dispute inaccurate information. So you have a right to dispute what you think is not correct on your credit report. Is your credit report, right? The 1681EB requirement for maximum possible accuracy. So information on your credit report should be accurate, right? The 1681S-2A furnishers must report accurate information. So they have to to report information. So all the information in your credit report profile have to be accurate. So 1681 281S-2B Furnishers must investigate dispute. So when you request for an investigation, they must do it. If information is inaccurate or cannot be verified, guess what? They must be corrected or deleted. So simple. The FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act 15 USC 1692, the purpose is to regulate third-party debt collectors, key consumer protections, right to request debt validation, protection from harassment or false reporting, prohibits misleading or deceptive collection practices. If a collection agency cannot validate a debt, they should not continue reporting it. Number three, Metro 2 compliance. What is it? What it is? It's a standardized reporting format lenders use to report accounts to credit bureaus. Metro 2 controls the payment history codes, the charge off status, the collection status, the repossession reporting. So car general is when they report your car, right? The date of first delinquency. If Metro 2 data is reported incorrectly, it may violate FCRA accuracy requirement. The EOSCAR system is an electronic online solution for complete and accurate reporting. This is the automated system CRAs use to process dispute. How it works: consumer files dispute. The CRA, Consumer Reporting Agency, sends electronic code, the ACDV, to the furnisher, right, to request the verification, obviously, of that information to the furnisher of that information that is in your credit profile. So the furnisher verifies, updates the account, and you will actually see, when you dispute a specific account, you will see on the remark comment section, you will see it on the account. So the CRA updates the report, and that's where they notify you, or they put the update status in your report. Very important. Disputes are often processed using 2 to 3 digit code, not full written explanation. So EOSCAR is an automated system and it's not that accurate. No. Finally, this is how your credit report from Identity IQ will be. So this is the very first page of your credit report, the first page and the first part of your credit report. When you download, this is what you're going to see right on the top. So it says here 3 bureau credit report date. So you have to make sure that the date you download the report, it says here, is up to date, right? And if you have a security freeze on your credit report, it will show here like this specific account, right? There's a security freeze, and it says here, right? This is where you're going to see it. And this is the reference number of this credit report. So the first part on your credit report from Identity IQ is your personal information, right? The personal information. So see how they compare the information here, compare side by side from the 3 bureaus: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. So let's see, what are we looking for? The credit report date. That this date must be the same across the 3 bureaus, right? You can see here is the same between these two, but I don't. Yeah, I kind of mask, because personal information, obviously. So the name here has to be the same. So if your name here is different from here to here and here, you have that is inaccurate, and you can dispute. You can send a letter to them to actually dispute that. And actually, the very first thing you do when you want to repair your credit is to start here, right? In my process, I call it starting from your hair, because I repair the credit from hair to toys. So the very first step is to come here and update your personal information. It has a very powerful effect on your process. So always start here. As you can see here, again, your name has to be the same. It has to be consistent across the 3 bureaus. also known as, you don't want anything here anyway. Format. So you see the format, the metro tool. See, that's not correct. Date of birth. Yeah, you see the variation from here to here and from here to here is different. So this needs to be corrected. Anyway, current address. You see the address, there's a variation, and it has to be fixed. So you have to have just one address. You cannot have two current addresses. It has to be one and the exact same thing. Previous addresses, it has to be the same. I usually ask them to, update here to leave it blank. So remove all this. If you want to keep an address here, you have to make sure it's the same across, the same consistent address across the three bureaus, right? So the employer, you have to have just one employer here, the same one across the three bureaus. Next is your credit score. This is what people usually look the most, right? Again, your credit, when you talk about your credit, it's not about the credit score, it's about your credit report profile. It's about all this information we are looking for, right? Because your credit score is kind of a reflection of what your credit report is. So you have to focus on your credit report profile. What type of information you have in it? Is there any error or all those stuff? When it's good, it will reflect consequently on your credit score. So this is a credit score. Again, as I said, it's a Vantage score. You can see here that this person has a fair credit is a 650, right? And you're gonna see the risk factor from each of these bureaus. They are coming what they think about your credit score. This credit score, I mean. So this is the summary of the account in this credit profile. So the total account from TransUnion is this, the open account, close account, delinquent account. So this is where you're going to see all these type of account, a derogatory account, collection account, balances, payment, public record, inquiries. Yes. Next, there we go. So this is just an account, right? Account history. This is the next, and this is the next part. So as you can see here, we have here an account from, this is a Capital One account, right? It's a revolving account is usually, a credit card, and I'm going to show you guys a lot of inconsistencies or ammunitions that we can leverage, that are supposed to be leveraged if this account was to be disputed, right? You can see here that monthly payment, it shows here $0 from TransUnion. Here is $25 from Spain and $0 from Equifax. That's not, it has to be consistent. Remember the FCRA date open. The date open is different from bureau to bureau. Here you have, let me just make this, don't crash please. Okay. Oh man, yeah, it's crashing. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, hold on guys, 1 second, then I'm gonna fix it. Sorry for the inconvenience. So this is where we were. So I'm having issue, technical issue. So I'm gonna have to keep. So the payment status here is, is current, but let's go back to the balance. The balance is not the same. I'm just showing how to analyze your credit, your credit report, the information in your credit report. This account from Capital One has all these uh inconsistencies, but I'm after this account because I don't have any delinquent status here, right? So I want you to look at this Capital One, the next one, and do the same thing. Hey, that's the homework I'm giving you on this. So here, this account, AUS Telco FC, is installment secure. It's a secure loan. Yeah, just go through that one and see what is inconsistent, error, and everything, and make take note. Same thing here. This is a GM financial. This is a credit. In this account, you have it's an installment loan. It's an auto loan. All right. I want you to go through this, see what is inconsistent, and There we go. So this is a collection account. This is one of the negative account that will drain your credit score very bad. Collection account, collection. Here you have collection and charge off, and here again you have collection, right? Account type collection, account type detail collection. So why it's kind of confusing, right? But it's not confusing. Let me show you how to know that is a collection account. As you can see here, this account is from this collect company asset care, and in parentheses it will tell you original creditor. So when you say original creditor, the company that hold the debt, that had the debt before they, you know, bought the debt, because they usually buy the debt from, the original creditor, which is US Care Solution. So how to know a collection account? It will say the name of the company, and in parentheses you will see original creditor, and you will sell it. So that's how to know a collection account. Next, in this specific account, what do we have incorrect? Let's start from account number. The account number, I don't know why they sometimes they use this format. Not sometimes, they don't usually put the whole, number of that. You can see here TransUnion and Experian provide the account number exactly the same thing, but Equifax has nothing. Account type collection, as I would say collection. Here we have nothing. We have bureau type. This is a Metro 2 issue, right? The format, how the information is provided in your credit report. Now, let's move to the date open. The date open here, TransUnion says 12/27/2024. Experience says reported 12/01/2024, and it says no. So those are your ammunition to fight this collection, right? You also have the number of credit past last reported. The date is from TransUnion is 03/23/2025, 03/24/2025. So what is different? So the information reported has to be exactly the same across the three bureaus. So it's different across all the Equifax is missing that information. Same thing here. The date of last active 03/23/2025, 12/01/2024. Inconsistency of the information report across the three. Same thing here. This is another collect from Midland. In parentheses, we have original creditor, which is 01 credit 1 bank NA, right? That's the original credit. Charge off, it says here charge off. Who charge? Why charge off here? The original creditor actually charged off the account, and they sold it to collection company, to Midland. That's how they got it, right? So this is your homework. We have more account here that I want you to first of all identify if it's a collection or charge off account, and I want you to mark all the errors and inconsistencies and everything that's not correct on this. The next type of account we're going to be talking about is close with good and versus bad record history. So there are two types of close accounts that I want you to put in mind. There are good ones and bad ones. The good ones are the ones that you actually paid off, right? Like this one, it says here last the comment here says account closed due to refinance. So it was refinanced, and it was paid. Payment status current. That's what you're looking for, right? That is very good for the history of your account. Yeah. Then let's move to this one. The I guess it's Department of Education. This one says payment status late 120 days. Late payment. And then on the comment section, it says account closed due to transfer. But it has a negative comment here. This is hurting your report credit score. And what you can do, you have to assess now, to assess if is how old is this account and how old was this reported to your account. If it's just, if it was recent, I want you to get this to remove this from your credit report. Yeah, but if it's like very old, it has been there for 7 years or close to 7 years, because after 7 years, it's gonna fall off from your credit report, right? So you have to assess and take your decision. Yeah, but I want you to be aware of the fact that close account that have bad record will still hurt you. So late payment account. This is one of the worst status that you can have on your credit report because it really hurt you. Yeah. So this one, what do you do with late payments? You don't delete them. You don't want to take them out. The concept here is to reverse the late payment history, right? So I want you guys to use all my videos in each of these negative items to actually to take care of that, because on the late payment, I have a video on my channel that talk about how to remove late payments. I want you to go and watch that video, right? So I'm doing my best to make this video being as quick as possible. So now you have late payment, same thing. You're going to have to review everything that is not correct here, but there is a process on how to remove that, and you have to follow that process. And you will see the late payment, how many days you were late, and all those stuff. You will see late payment status, late 90 across all the three bureaus here. Here, payment status 120 days, all this. So do your homework and see all that. So this is a charge of account. The charge of account is very, very easy to know, right? You will see here account type is a credit card, bureau code, account status is derogatory charge, and here you will see payment status, collection, charge off, right? It doesn't have anything in parentheses in after the name of the creditor. After Mary Bank, BK, I guess it's bank, it doesn't have anything, right? So it's a charge off. Next, you will on the charge off account, by the way, you will see on the here on the history, pay on the payment history here from the three main bureaus, they will be reporting COCO. It's kind of a violation to report COCO, charge off every month, even though even inconsistent from the three bureaus, because it will extend the statute of limitation. I will talk about the status of limitation on the video, how to remove, charge off, and any other stuff related to that. On the watch my video on how to delete, repair your credit. I will in that video I give details step by step how to do it and what a status of limitation. So inquiries. All the hard inquiries or soft inquiries usually are reported on the inquiry section. So below the names of people and organizations who have obtained a copy of your credit report inquiries, such as these, and this can remain on your credit file for up to 2 years. So just be mindful that the inquiry will remain on your credit report for 2 years, and then will be so the creditors and the name, the public information section, right? If you below is an overview of your public record and can include detail of bankruptcy filings, court records, tax lines, and other monetary judgment. Public records typically remain on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. So be mindful. So if you have or any of those people recording will be reported. Creditor contact. So all the creditors, data furnishers, people that upload or put information in your credit report profile, they require to provide their information, and is on this section, creditor contact. So if you're wondering where can I find, or where can I contact, or how can I contact them, where their information is on the bottom part of your credit report. You download your credit report and go to this section. You will see all the information, their address and their phone number. It's a requirement for them. You remember of Asset Care. This is Asset Care LLC. This is their address and their phone number. Right? If you need to dispute this, you're gonna send a dispute letter to this guy. It is here. And in my video on how to repair, I will go in deep and provide you with more information how to get the more specific to have more specific information about them having the right even to put the information if they have their license or from the LS website. I'll be going deep and show you a lot of secrets. So don't forget to watch that. So do you also want to know how to effectively remove collections account from your credit? So watch my video on how to remove collection account from your credit report as a pro. I broke it down step by steps, baby steps. Yeah, if you need a copy of this PowerPoint presentation or any information presented on this video, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, and we will email it. These are the services that we provide. So we provide notary public services, credit repair and credit building, trade lines, personal business funding, entity formation. So if you are starting your new business, we can help you with that. Asset protection, we have lawyers, we work together, and we are assigning to a lawyer that will take care of that. Website design, life insurance, UL, whole life, and financial expenses. Please, this is a secret. The index universal life insurance is not a common life insurance, but it's a specific one with a lot of living benefits. You don't need to die before you get, benefit from your IUL. I invite you to book a free consultation with me, and then we could go through the IUL so I can show you what the IUL is and all the advantages that it provide. And I will show you it's a hidden secret in Namibia. So this is how to contact. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Let us know if you need any other content like this one, and we will make it for you. If you have any question, please put them in the comment section of this video, and we will reply as soon as possible. Until, take care of yourself and see you on the next.